Hey everybody, and welcome to the 12th episode of the Giant Blue Podcast. I am your host, Jack. With me, as always, what are you looking at me? Your co-host, Sean Guy and Felix Baker, and back by popular demand, special guest, Iona Francis.
Hello, hello.
Popular demand.
Yeah, we are so happy.
The number of call-ins we've had and fan mail.
How cool My girlfriend said, what did she say? She was like, Iona girl seems like a swell gal or something. She said something. She was just like, everyone was well impressed. Yeah. So we're happy to have you back for the penultimate episode.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we'll do this one.
Penultimate?
The second to last.
Oh, is that what penultimate means?
I think so.
I have no clue.
Does it?
Yes.
Well, because I always thought it was like the peak. So like after this, we're just going to
No, the peak is ultimate. So this is penultimate.
Oh, you're right.
Like
so
almost
right.
there.
Why pen? Yeah, it doesn't
So
matter.
next, yeah.
Because pens are almost like as good as it
Oh,
gets.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pen ultimate and then pencil ultimate. Oh. Next week we'll do whenever we'll do episode 13, which will be the finale.
The Baker's Dozen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then that'll round out the podcast season 1 for 2017.
I got to do something special for that then.
All right, guys. So
13
Right.
podcasts, why?
I'm going to fact check it.
Googled
You're
it.
right. Last but one in a series of things. Second last. You're right.
I already
you're right.
confirmed it.
Sorry, just doing housekeeping.
That is so rude. I don't ask
got
you
the
to
we got the
fact check
internet.
your camera stuff.
If only you did. We've already had a couple of fuck-ups this morning.
I say it with confidence, and then when you go, is it that? And then I immediately lose all confidence, and I like doubt everything. Yeah, like I'm like,
You're not as good as you thought.
Exactly. So question everything. Yeah. So yeah, we had a bit of a hiatus, I thought. Like, we haven't done one since, I think, the 6th of November. So that's like over a month, which is like the longest time we've gone without doing
6
one for
weeks.
a while. I was sick, and I was in Sydney, and then I had to play, and you were in Melbourne, and everyone's got stuff going on.
Yeah, that's right.
You're
It's
always
hard to
working.
In the last couple of weeks, I noticed it's
graduation.
hard to get
Yeah.
big groups of people together during this time of the year. So
Yeah,
It's so
absolutely.
hard.
it's understandable.
I feel like I'm out like
Still
6
love you
nights a
guys.
week at just like Christmas parties and watching movies.
So for this one, I think we'll have a bit more of a free form. We might run long just because we got like tons to talk about because so much has happened since our initial recording
Yeah.
date and then when we postponed to the new date. So yeah, first off, does anyone have any housekeeping? You had some, did you?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
All right. then.
We a couple of times and my housekeeping wasn't that interesting, so let's just skip it.
Well, you did mention
That was
movies
a practice.
you mentioned movies that make you cry. You said the Wonder trailer. Like
The Wonder trailer. Every time
Yeah.
I watch it, I cry. It's like a minute and a half.
Yeah, the first
And
time
the
I
trailer.
watched it,
I know how bad it is.
Yeah.
I'm like watching it. I'm like emotionally invested in like that, and then the kid's like sad, and then he gets the friends. Oh my god! And then the actual movie that I go to the cinema to watch starts, and I'm like, oh yeah. So I forget about the trailer.
Well, it's so funny because I don't think I've ever cried in a trailer. I've definitely gotten goosebumps all the time, from trailers and stuff like that. And I thought about that because next week we're going to do award nominations. And so we're going to have best movie, best TV show, best game. And I thought if there was any other categories, and I thought, best trailer perhaps.
That would be interesting.
Because Jumanji for best trailer is the best trailer.
I was like, shit. Are we supposed to like that trailer?
I was like, yeah, didn't know.
I was really like, Jack.
Well, it's funny because that movie, everyone was shitting on that movie it's a video game now, it's stupid. I'm like, did you just want the board game again? I'm happy that they sort of mixed it up.
Fuck people.
I think it looks fun.
I reckon they could have just made up a new film.
Oh, all
They
of
couldn't
it.
have just all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
I haven't
opinion.
seen an original film in probably 14 years.
What's what
Oh,
everyone...
I'm just joking. I watched The Room. That was original.
Well, Baby Driver, that came out as well. Baby Driver, yeah.
And there's a heaps of original.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Because you had that, going back to because we had that topic forever ago about what movies make you cry. We also had the guilty pleasure movies or whatever, where it's and I thought of one the other day, I think it was on Netflix, somehow I saw it. Did you ever see Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman?
Wasn't it Ryan Reynolds?
No, Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Oh, Van Helsing. I think you said Van...
Wilder.
Van Wilder.
no, Van Helsing, the
Van
vampire.
Helsing. Because he plays...
That movie's probably terrible. I really like it. And even an extension of that, did you watch League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yes.
Did you ever watch that?
I've seen both of those.
Again, that movie's probably awful, but I remember loving it so much.
It's
as a kid.
like
enjoy it,
the
yeah.
classic novels
Yeah.
Avengers, which I really
Yeah.
loved because
Yes.
it was like Mina Harker and Jekyll and Hyde and Captain Ahab, I think. I remember loving it, but also being it's not a good film.
Sorry, if I'm looking at my phone, it's because I put notes on my phone. I should have written them down.
I'm looking at a computer it's for the same reason.
Yeah.
No one judges you when you're looking at a computer, but they do when you're looking at a phone.
We're just not that interesting. He's zoned out of his own podcast.
I'm just having my own.
You're the host, Jack.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so once we had from your podcast, Iona, that you were back on, because we had the topic that you said, which was Australian Prime Ministers, and I got some actors here that I can't believe we didn't mention. So Margot Robbie, one.
I don't know.
Look, actors
I think
names
we
are
all
so
didn't mention it for a reason.
You know who Margot Robbie is?
She'd be too distracting.
Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
Oh, right. Oh, she's Australian.
Yeah, she's yeah. Toni Collette, Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue gets
Yeah.
totally into it. She's
Well, no,
an entertainer.
We did celebrities.
We did,
Remember,
right.
Yeah, but
winner
we-
was
We also
the
included
dude
like
from the
Tom
TV show.
Sanson
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
Yeah, he was the speaker.
But yeah, he's not.
Yeah, well, him and Shenandy as well, they're not like actors.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah.
Well,
Richard Roxburgh, Eric Bana, but also, like, because you said Heath Ledger is like a posthumous, is that how you say it?
Posthumous, yeah.
Posthumous, yeah. Like, if, like a hypothetical one if he hadn't passed away, unfortunately. I had one, Steve Irwin.
Prime Minister.
All his policies would be for climate change, which is all we need. You know he'd be all about saving dead animals.
Yeah.
there was an article I was reading.
He'd be like, look how friendly this animal is. It's so friendly saving.
You
Yeah.
bring it into the
Amazing.
parliament.
It'd be the greatest thing. Yeah, like all those other
to hold it?
it's like when liberals like bring in like the lumps of coal, whatever. Like we need this for our like economy. See, everyone would bring in like bring in the crocodile. That's a terrible impression.
They're a national treasure.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then the speakers sitting up there like, quiet please.
Yeah, exactly.
No
Yeah.
more crocodiles. That's the House of
Stop
Parliament.
with
Mr.
the wild
Irwin.
animals in Parliament, please.
Mr.
Mr. Irwin,
Irwin,
if you bring in one more animal, I swear to God. Yeah.
we've talked about this. Mr. Irwin, see me after class.
God bless you. All right. All right. So moving on to something funny. I have a note here. Am I the only one who checks what shirt they wear on the podcast?
I've never
like
checked.
week to week?
but
I've never worn the same
tried
shirt
to
because I
wear
watched
the
them.
same
I like put on a shirt and I'm like, wait, have I worn this? And I quickly check and I'm like,
You go
I was
through
like,
every
fuck.
single one.
Well, I have more than 12. Like,
I don't have a
I
jacket.
don't know that I do.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I'm buying a new shirt each week.
I'm buying a new shirt every week. I bought this one the other week. Yeah.
That's why he's always late. He's running through.
Oh, yeah.
I like it's like the 80s montage. I come out like this, and then like someone's like, "Nah, Jack, you wore that on episode 12." I'm like, "Oh, episode 7." I'm like, "Damn." I have to go back in.
It's why we
and
all
check.
need
so
our own
yeah.
like secretary, just like pick out costumes, do like hair.
I would love that. Yeah. We also need like I don't know, like the convention center industrial air conditioning, just
Yeah.
absolute zero freezing, so we can just rug up.
Oh, that would be sick. Right in the center of a massive
Auditorium.
Massive
There's so much echo. Like, hello.
That would be
We could
so
fill the
bad.
seats with all our fans.
Oh, fuck, boys.
So another point.
Hold up.
Okay.
Is it stopped?
Is it not doing it again?
Alright.
Are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
All right. So sorry, guys. We've had some bit of technical difficulties. Some of the audio might be a bit off. We'll see how it turns out. Another just point I had was because when you were on Iona, you had that great topic of the Netflix shows that we ranked.
Right,
And I've just
yeah.
got some here that we didn't mention, which I thought was very surprising.
there's so
Oh, there
many,
is so
though.
many because I think you did like the most popular or something.
Yeah, I kind of based off what I've watched and what I really like and what's the most popular.
What'd you find?
Dear White People. Has anyone
I
seen
watched the
that?
first episode. and
very
I was-
recently
seen
came
it.
out though.
Yeah.
It looked like intentionally like trying to start something. Like it's called Dear White People. I mean,
Yeah.
even the name's like.
You have to watch it
Well,
even
hang
to
on,
realize that.
yeah. Girl Boss. Did anyone watch that show?
No, I was someone told me it was really bad, but yeah, I just haven't.
Who's the
gone
main
around
character
to
in
it.
that one?
It's based off a true story.
Not
It's the
Dishemal, is
chick
it?
from Tomorrowland, I think. I don't know her name though.
It's not Zoe Deschanel, I
No,
don't think.
it's not Zoe Deschanel. Oh, well, she might be in it, but she's not the main chick.
Oh, I thought she was
I don't know. I've only seen the trailer.
Love. Has anyone seen that? That's a Judd Apatow one. I actually don't mind it. It has
That's a film.
No, it's a show. I've
Is
seen
it?
Yeah. It's Britta. It stars Britta and
Yeah,
then
no.
some other guy. I don't know
Britta
his
from
name.
Community.
Britta from
Yeah.
Community.
It's all different.
I can't remember her.
No,
her
I'll
name.
never get it.
Yeah.
Just start with an A.
Here's Brittany
No.
something. Oh God.
I can't
Doesn't
remember.
matter.
Maybe
Doesn't
it's
matter.
not.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, that show, it's not bad. It's not like amazing, but that's pretty good. And they got a second season. Friends from College. That's meant to be really good. That has Robin from How I Met Your Mother and Keegan-Michael Key, I want to
Yes,
say.
yeah, it does.
No, I didn't
I've
like
seen
it.
a couple
You
that
didn't like it?
I
didn't-
watched maybe 3 episodes and
I got about
kind
4 or
of a bit
5
bored.
deep. Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
just-
really go
it's-
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
think
get much out of it.
it's just one of those you just binge it and then you're just like, oh, that was alright.
There's so many shows, and I've like, if
Oh,
we,
absolutely.
yeah,
You gotta prioritize.
I'm just not watching TV really at
Yeah.
the moment.
Get your act together,
Ozark
Sean.
with Jason Bateman.
Is that a movie?
Meant to be really
I
good.
heard
No,
that
it's
was
a
really
show.
good. It's
meant to be really
like
good.
Wait,
a
what
like a
is it?
Breaking Bad
Ozark
type thing.
with Jason Bateman.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one yet.
They look just too weird for me to.
I love Jason
Prioritise it.
Bateman. I
do
like
like him
want to
too.
watch it.
Yeah, of course.
The cast-
and it doesn't seem like something he would fit into.
Yeah,
No,
it's like
it's-
a more sort of.
But we
The
gotta stop
trailer
judging
makes it
things.
look kind of supernatural. I don't know. Castlevania, the anime,
yeah.
the cartoon. Anyone seen that? No. Okay.
No.
Okay, here's one that I'm surprised didn't get mentioned at all, which is very popular. Riverdale.
I think we deliberately didn't mention it because
I've
I
not
think
seen
it's
it, but
just
I know people like it. Yeah, well, from the look, it reminded me of what my problem was with 13 Reasons Why, where it's like adults writing how they think kids should
Yeah,
talk.
that's
sort of thing. Like,
That
they're also-
is where I was kind of. It's something you can watch the first season and be like, yeah, it was good. There was a good like twist at the end, but that's not how teenagers are,
Yeah.
and that's not how teenagers.
it was like a
talk.
Which is
teeny
why-
bopper version of what's that classic show with like the I can't remember what it's called now.
Friday Night
Friends?
Lights?
No.
I don't know why I
If I
thought
think of
that.
it, I'll let you know. Twin Peaks. It's like teen version of Twin Peaks.
Is it like kind of supernatural? And stuff?
No. Twin Peaks from memory. Isn't that the one where they like had like somebody dies like in the first episode, and then they have like 13 episodes, or whatever. Everyone's trying to work it out. It's like the ultimate sort of like small town crime thing. And
I thought it was. Yeah, okay. I thought there was like some weird stuff in it though, but maybe it's just like weird people in
I
the
don't know.
town.
Maybe I've got the wrong
I've
show.
not seen it. Godless, which is like this all-female kind of western. which
Haven't
is kinda
even
cool.
heard of that.
No,
Yeah, I think
haven't heard
that's
of
quite
that.
new. The Good Place, which
Yes.
is not what I thought at all. Like the picture looks like
I
Kristen Bell
completely
in
forgot to mention that one.
Ted Danson, and then I watch it and she's like dies and goes to heaven, and she's like, I shouldn't be here. I'm a bad person.
It
I was
is-
like, what is this? This is insane.
It is such a good show.
I've heard
I
it's
watched
yeah.
the first season, and there's a twist at the end, and oh my god!
Can I say anything about this? Do you guys? Can we
I've
do
not seen it.
spoilers?
Yeah,
Well, no,
I
I want to
reckon-
watch it. So.
Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't seen it? Okay.
No, I've not touched it.
I probably won't watch it, but
I was just
I'd
so
watch it.
It's good.
I
It's
just-
a recommend. I've watched it all. Season
Yeah.
2 kind of, it's still coming out. The last episode
Okay.
comes out in next year,
Hmm.
but it's not as good as the first season. But you sit there and you kind of think, oh, where is it going to end? That's why I kept watching it though. It's good.
I'm keen. Yeah.
They do that on purpose. Keep you coming back.
It was one of those things where somebody told me there was a twist at the end. So I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, is this the twist? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, so I never watched episode 2.
Stop ruining shit for yourself, man.
No.
Well,
like
that
one
wasn't
of the-
my fault because they told me there was a twist and I guessed it.
Sorry.
I hate when people say there's a
almost
twist,
as
and I'm
bad.
expecting a
Yeah,
twist.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's almost as
Like,
bad.
like somebody
even.
came up to me once and they were like, oh, I need movies with like great twists and great suspense or something. And so people were giving them a list of all these movies and then they went and watched them and they're like, oh, there was no good twist. I saw that coming from like the first 20 minutes. It's like, you just asked for a list of movies with twists in them. Like,
I just
how
wanna
are you
formally
expected to
apologise
surprise
for
Hold
yourself?
up to the podcast. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I don't know.
You would have commented on that as well.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway,
Just
not
all the big ones.
it's nothing against her, but it was just the post itself. I was like, you can't expect to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's so dumb.
So somebody told me to watch The Good Place. I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. And they were like, you should. It's got the best twist ever. And I was like,
I'm sorry.
no, it wasn't you.
It's like,
That wasn't
no,
you.
but I've just said it was a
Done the
twist
same
with these two. So
I'm
Yeah.
really bad at picking up on where a movie's going.
There's a
So I'll be
twist.
right.
There's a
see,
twist.
I'm
in
I'll
just
be
saying,
blissfully
when someone
unaware.
goes, "There's a twist," I sit there and I go, "Oh." Sorry.
I sit there and I go, fuck you, Jack. Someone told me there was a twist, so I hit Jack.
There's a twist in this episode.
No, I just kind of, I don't know.
Bring in
but-
the animals.
No one will pick it.
I'm not doing anything to you this episode. I actually was going to bring something.
Is that the
and I
twist?
was
You
like,
actually
hey, I've got something here, and I knew you guys would like freak out. No, I was going to bring. I didn't buy it in the end. I forgot, but
You could come with an empty bag and say like, I'll break this out later. We'll be like, no, what's happening? I'm not ready.
What's in this box? Yeah.
I so hope in season 2 you do some posters for me or something. Like, I don't want to like
you have
force
to.
you to,
You
but they
you
were
can't
just
focus
so
on me
funny.
anymore.
That
I'm
was
gonna
amazing.
adopt a dog that looks like Sean or something like that. He's gonna have a little.
What does that even mean?
Who knows? It's just where my brain goes. No. Okay, we have him at JB Hi-Fi. It's like, I don't know if you guys will like this or hate it. It's like the most 80s thing I've ever seen, or 90s, I guess. It's like they've re-released these movies, certain movies from the 80s, like Jurassic World, Stand By Me. They've released them. The boxes are VHSs, like video.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's like it's big and
good.
bulky, and it bugs me because it doesn't fit on the damn shelf next to all the other DVDs. But it's a
wow.
Blu-ray, but it's in this VHS box. I wish I bought it and brought it because it's so
you
funny
should.
because you turn it around and it's the cover. It's like a low-res image, like it's made intentionally shitty, like.
You have to
It's
put in
so
quite a bit
bizarre.
of effort to make something look
Yeah.
bad. But
Exactly.
The way that it
We have
used to
all
look
this
bad.
technology. We're making things look worse.
Yeah.
Like
Nostalgia's gone too far.
it is. It's almost like this girl and this guy. They were just like, she was like, that makes me mad, and I don't quite know why. I'm like, right? It's a weird kind of like we've come so far, and yet we're like, I don't know. Yeah, it's
But I was at
strange.
JB the other day and I saw you guys have record players now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want one so badly. Then I saw the price. I was like, I can live without it. and the records themselves are like $80 to $100. It's like, what?
It'd be like if like a solar power plant like just released like toxic fumes. Like it looked like, you know what I mean? It's this clean
Had a
energy
big cooling
plant,
tower.
but it's like they just like released smoke to make it nostalgic. Like, remember coal, guys? You know what I mean? It's like no, we have clean energy. What are you doing?
Like electric trains like
That's-
going across the country and they got little smoke machines in the top like choo choo.
That's a fucking
They
good
have a guy
idea.
like shoveling coal into it.
That'll make the
for nostalgia.
That'll make
my
the transition
God.
so much easier for them.
It wouldn't even
That's
be a
genuinely
guy
good
doing it. It
idea.
would be all the guests on the train, all the passengers would be like, my turn, my turn. It's like, no, this is a shitty job. I don't want this job. It's like, no, I came on this train so I could shovel coal.
The 80s thing's gone too far. I said to you last night, there was a girl that I did the drama play with, and she was like, I think I should have been born in the 80s. And I was like, see, they've got you. They've hooked you. I was like, no, you don't, because I bet it's far more racist and sexist than all this 80s
also
research
remember
wants
it,
you to
yeah.
believe. You know what I mean? I feel like it's...
Watch
like,
movies that are actually from the 80s. That'll give you a better idea.
Yeah, it's like... All
Well,
well, like this, it's
yeah.
it's like a bit kind of like, ooh, that wouldn't fly nowadays kind of thing. It's that great quote that on that video essay I linked. It was like, it's the 80s of how we wish we remembered it, or how we wanted it to be.
How we wanted it to
how
be
we want it to
today.
be today. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we think it's this like fun thing, and it's like it probably wasn't that bad. Like a lot of child abductions in the 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever, which is like what influenced Stephen King to write It and stuff like that. Yeah.
All of Stephen King's books are great.
I'll link that
like
video
Yeah.
essay. That video essay is tremendous.
It is
Again
really
by
good.
Lindsay Ellis. Yeah.
Shout out.
Really good.
One we mentioned was Big Mouth on Netflix.
Yeah.
Which I've now
Oh,
seen the whole
okay.
season.
Yeah, I saw
Same
the
as
whole
well.
season
And I like
in
it.
one
I know
night.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
It's good.
It's really good.
I know.
It's really good.
I'm surprised how many. I'm with you
It's
a little
genuinely
bit.
surprising. I thought it was going to be
Yeah.
shocking. Like the way that it
Yeah.
looks makes me think that it was going to be really bad.
I'm,
but
I'm
it
in the
hooked me
minority
in.
here because I only know 4
Have you-
people that have watched it.
Have
and,
you not watched it?
Well, I was recommended it by someone else, not you guys. And they talked about how great it was, like for puberty and for like teenagers. So I watched the first episode.
Was it
I was
Joel?
like, no, this wasn't Joel.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, does Joel like it?
yeah,
Everyone
really
likes it but me.
Actually, I'm a little bit
so wait.
I'm a
I-
little bit with you though. I'm surprised by how many people do like it and how much they like it. Like,
It's- I
think
can't
it's
get
very,
around
very
it.
good. But I don't know if it's like.
I'm surprised how
Yeah.
many people have even given it a crack because it doesn't look
Even
like
the
it's going to be that
aesthetics of
great.
it is kind of weird.
And it's,
But-
it's about puberty. No, I didn't know anyone would want to watch that, but yeah.
Yeah.
well, we're in
say
our
your
20s
point.
too.
Sorry.
We can like move on, surely.
No, we can't.
But anyway,
nostalgia, Sean.
I want nostalgia for our
Take
teens.
me back to puberty.
Give me those pimples back.
It was amazing the way I remember it.
Sorry,
Get your point out, 'cause then I'll get
I
my
watched
point
the
out.
first episode and I was like, oh, all right, it's fine. So I was like, I'll watch the second one, and then like as if the penises and the like, you know, jizzing on clothing wasn't enough. Then they got straight into like, you know, period jokes and stuff, and I was like, I'm
You
not.
guys are giggling.
I'm
aren't
not
you?
like a man.
I'm trying to take this seriously.
This isn't like a man thing where I'm like, oh, periods are gross. But I was just like, isn't this every teen show? Like, we've got premature ejaculation and now, you know, menstrual cycles and like,
But it's so
is there
condensed
anything
and
else?
it's like-
is there anything
think-
else?
I-
No.
no, I
Do I have to keep
It-
watching?
It's kind of... It gets smarter, I reckon, as it goes on. Like, toward the
Really?
last episode, I thought was really clever the way they put it together. It didn't have much of the
you guys
sex
agree with
jokes
that?
or anything like that.
I didn't really think about it that much. It was just something I put
Yeah.
on. It's like a really good like background show for me. Like,
So if you
as
don't
I'm
concentrate,
doing
it's all right.
See, okay.
No, it's kind of like I put it into the whole Adventure Time category. So there's so many episodes, and it's something you just put in the background as you're doing something. Like,
Something that you want to focus
no,
on.
it's like
It's like
It's like, I don't know, the best way is if you're doing homework and you kind of don't want to be doing homework.
I think
but
I
you're
would
sitting
rather
there.
do the homework.
well, okay.
All right, go.
So how far did you get?
Halfway through episode 2.
See, I don't think that's far enough. I think I got a bit into it because
But life's too short. That was already like 35 minutes of my life.
there's not that many episodes. Though.
Pretty shitty stuff.
You do.
And you get stuck
Yeah,
in
but I watch shitty movies and I watch it with friends at like the cinema. Like I go each week and I watch whatever's new and then that's like a discussion thing for me. I don't want to sit there for like 4 hours marathoning shows just so I can be like, hey, did you guys see Big Mouth? And you'll be like, yeah, Big Mouth was great. I'll be like, yeah, all right.
Here's
That
my,
was not really a good point.
I completely zoned out.
You convinced me.
Well, I got distracted halfway through my sentence because you guys were signaling about the sound thing, and I was like watching. I was
Sorry,
like, "Is it
yeah.
working?" And then I was like, "What's my mouth is still going?"
Okay. Well,
Your big mouth. Sure.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing with Big Mouth is that yes, it is like a lot of that stuff. I think it just does it better. And because okay, I could do without some of the crudeness. I could do without the hormone monster being like that. Or whatever, that sort of thing. Like, I might bleep that. But like, he said, you saw me hesitate. I'm like, should I say it? I don't think we've ever said the C word on this podcast. But he says stuff like that.
You can't just say that, Jack.
It's a quote,
Jesus,
so it's
mate.
fine.
I don't think it is a quote, mate.
They do say the C word, and I was
Yeah.
taken aback by that.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
And he says as well. That's also
Yeah, he definitely says.
Like-
I thought he said it to the dog or something.
He says it. He's. I was like, this is like overly crude, and I don't need this necessarily. I don't really need the crudeness. But what I think that show, where the strength lies in that show, which I don't even think they realize that's their strength, is just how perfectly they nail some of the coming of age stuff. On multiple times, that show made me think about things that I have not felt and thought about in a long time, and like. Just like simple stuff, even like the boy when he walks, like the girls in the bathroom, he's like, "Come help me," and the boy's like, "I've never been in the girls' bathroom." And he walks in, he's like, "Does it look?" He's like, "Oh, it's the same." And I was like, yes, I was like, yes. Like, you were just mystified as like in primary school, like what was the girls' bathroom, and then you were just like, "It's just a fucking bathroom, like, it's the same." Just stuff like that, I think they just absolutely nail. And yeah, it made me feel things. I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Holy shit!" But then there's stuff like the ladybird that's like. It's like, yeah, I rode here from the bus, motherfuckers, whatever. And I was like, there's like a talking ladybird, like, that serves no purpose to the plot. I'm like,
Ladybird?
I think it's a
Ladybug.
ladybird.
Oh, ladybug.
Here's another
A
one.
bug.
Can I ask
Okay.
you guys a
Sorry,
question
what's
about?
I wasn't sure.
I
Sorry,
watched.
can I just finish?
Oh, yeah,
my-
yeah,
it was
sorry.
basically- yeah, and I was like, that stuff I feel like is like kind of going into like Family Guy territory. And I'm like, I don't need that stuff. But the coming of age stuff I think is really cool.
Family Guy.
And
They got a lot of good actors on there as
yeah,
well.
exactly. Yeah, and
surprising
Once the hormone monster, the boy one meets the female hormone monster, I think all that stuff's great. Like when it's like a divorce, when the breakup happens, it's like, he's like, well, my client, he gets to sit on the playground with his friends, and she's like, deal, whatever sort of thing. It's just funny. I don't know.
Weird. What about though the pillow baby thing? I
That
heard about
didn't
that
strike
one.
a chord with me, but when they
Oh.
Jay impregnates the baby,
so
the
funny.
Oh, that
Yeah.
I
That's so fucked
I don't
up.
even know.
Because he was like jizzing into it or something.
He
Yeah,
impregnates the pillow.
and then wait, you haven't seen the end of that episode, though, have you?
No, I just saw like a YouTube.
It turns out that the pillow.
There's
Oh, it's his brother's.
It's his brother's baby.
Yeah.
Pillow baby.
so stupid. See,
I
that-
still
that
love you
stuff-
though, Jay. It was just one time. That's more of an adult theme than a coming of age.
Yes.
thing.
I think that's like where I was kind of like, what am I watching? Yeah, that stuff's so stupid. All
Yeah, I
right,
thought that was excellent.
we'll move on then.
Yeah, I'll have to stay.
What
with
I
it
binged
because
as
it
well
sounds
now.
amazing.
Your best show for Netflix is Jerk Gently.
Yes,
and I
it
binged that
is.
show, and that show's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I've watched it since.
You
I watched the
have?
entire
Yeah.
thing. It is incredible.
Thank
the way that it all
you.
ties. Have you seen it as
thank
well?
I haven't seen it yet, so don't.
You haven't
spoil
even
it.
touched it. I'm not going to spoil
No,
it.
I've seen the first episode.
It annoys me how little people have seen it, but
It's
every
'cause-
single
but you-
time I sit down with someone, I'm like, watch it. I will rewatch the whole season with someone
wow.
You
because
can't.
I love
you
it
can't
that
it's
much.
so hard to
I don't-
stay away from it. You have to keep watching it.
Sure enough, everyone that
Yeah.
I've put onto that show has like thoroughly enjoyed it, and they're going, "How come I've not
It's
seen this
such
before?"
Went
a-
under the
it's
radar
such a
too
mind-
much.
It's such a mindfuck. I don't think I'm as high on it as you two, but I did really like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's.
That first episode,
the first
like-
episode's incredible.
it just opens up this whole world, and you're like, you're not being told
It's
anything
just
really.
so
Like, I just want to know
random.
what's happening here. Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
sees
yeah.
himself.
It's just the first episode.
like,
I haven't
in
ruined
the
anything.
elevator,
Yeah,
like,
It's
I saw
like
the first
you
episode
sure enough, you just sit there and
ages
you're
ago,
like, what the
but
fuck?
I can't remember it really.
It's to be honest.
It's
I don't
good.
even remember it.
I will
Watch
get
it.
back to it because you guys have all talked it out.
You
but
should
I-
watch it.
Everyone needs to
I
see
trust
the
you. I don't
show.
trust you on
It's
Big Mouth,
fantastic.
but I trust
Yeah.
you on
You should
this.
trust
No.
us in Big Mouth too.
great recommendation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Smashed it.
Stranger Things season 2 is also very good.
Yeah, that was great.
Except
That
for
was
one
very
episode.
good. Oh,
What episode?
what was the episode?
Episode 7. Have you seen all the memes?
No, I
Like,
don't.
everyone hates episode 7.
Because
Why?
Bob.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, because
Season 2?
of Bob.
No. See,
Don't
episode
ruin
7
anything.
is when. Have
I
you not
can't
seen
remember.
it? It's when
Have you
Eleven goes on her little quest by herself.
Oh,
It's like her solo episode.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
episode's fucking
yeah.
terrible.
No, I didn't
that
like
episode's
that.
absolutely
Because
terrible.
no, the
They
reason why they're doing
introduced
that
that
is
character
nothing to the
because
plot. It's
season
so
3
bad.
is coming out
You're
like
so right.
really soon, and that's
It's just
why.
so that she could come back as a badass or something. But
It
she
was
was
just-
didn't really.
I
It
don't
killed the
know.
momentum. It was all
You're
these
right, you're right.
no characters
Honestly,
you care
that's
about.
what they're
I
going to
thought
this
focus
episode.
on in season
If they hung
3.
out more in that world, then maybe it would have been alright. But the fact that they just tried to shove it in there as
It's
one
just
episode.
like it just
It was
didn't
weird.
fit
It was
with
weird.
it. And
Yeah.
then immediately, as soon as episode 8, it's like you're back with like Finn and Will and Mike and I forgot all
But
their
she's
names.
got like the.
And you're just like yeah, you're
gel
back into
here.
it.
And you just forget
Yeah.
about it as well. No, but it's
true.
honestly a dip into season 3 because season
Oh,
3
yeah.
is coming out really soon, like far soon than I was like. They're trying to plan it for the end of January for it to be
Really?
released. It's
That's a quick
2019.
yeah. No,
Oh,
wait, no,
2018?
2018. I think it was.
I don't want to fact check.
I want to say I
Maybe-
doubt that.
Maybe
The sound will go.
that is me thinking. I don't know.
I feel like
that's
that's
a
wishful
bit-
thinking.
That's what
That's
I
like-
was
well,
thinking.
I know-
That's like a
Yeah.
4-month turnaround. That's like
Maybe
never
it is
happened in the
nice.
history of
That's that
TV.
But it's only
Game
8
of Thrones-
episodes. Or was it 8 episodes?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's quite
yeah.
short, isn't it?
No, there was 9 because there was
9.
also that show.
9
Doesn't
episodes.
matter. I don't think they've ever done that. Have they?
Game
mean,
of Thrones
what-
is
am I
supposedly
fair?
not coming out till 2019 as well.
Yeah.
You're right. They usually don't on TV shows like the season every year. But I mean,
At
like,
the
it's
best.
such a fucking cult hit that they're like,
What does that have to do with anything?
know.
David
They're like,
Harbour's filming Hellboy.
we haven't got anything in
It's-
January. Quick, let's.
Yeah, all those kids are
I don't
probably
know.
like,
I don't know.
they're
I'm just
too
saying
high
maybe.
for
They're
fun
probably
now.
back at
maybe.
school.
Saying maybe. Oh, true. I guess cool.
I've got written here the memes were so good.
I don't know
about
the
that.
answer to that one.
I
memes
just
are
don't
s-
think that's going to happen
Can't
that
fact
quick.
check it.
The
Sorry.
memes were so good about that shitty episode, and I've got here we need a meme podcast. It's just a podcast about memes. I would love
All our
that so
favourite
much.
memes.
All right, let's move on to Iona. Do you want to hit us with your Marvel ranking?